We'll wait for 1 more minute and we'll start. प्रिंस आपका कुछ काम था वो मतलब हो गया वो
हाँ सर हो गया।
मतलब अभी ठीक है ना?
हाँ ठीक है।
ओके ओके.
हम्म,
I think we have covered like analytical rules. Only one point. Okay, guys, we can start. Okay, so today we'll just have a recap of what all things we have covered. Okay, so that at least because now it is almost 1 week since we have been doing, so it might be a chance that you might have forgotten all the things. So um, so we'll start from first, like what we did, okay, till now. Like initially, we learned about what is SIEM, um, what is what how does SIEM works, and why SIEM is important. What are the key benefit of Azure Sentinel as a SIEM over other competitors or SIEM, right? Second, we understood like about Azure ecosystem. Basically, what is tenant, what is resource group, what is subscription, right? And apart from that, we also discussed about how what are the pricing of Azure Sentinel. Like it is only the ingestion cost, data ingestion cost is there. Apart from that, you do not have any cost related to deployment of Azure Sentinel, right? And there is no specific license that you need for Azure Sentinel. If you have at least enter id p1 or put license, you can deploy Azure Sentinel, correct? Also, so any doubt on this, guys? You have any thing, you just come up and ask me, we can discuss on that topic, okay?
yes sure.
Second is like we deployed Azure Sentinel, okay? To deploy Azure Sentinel, we require some prerequisites. We have some prerequisites to set up. Can you guys tell me what? If not, if you have not remembered, then no problem, I'll just repeat it again.
Log analytic workspace,
Correct. Log array workspace. Yeah. Then
resource group,
resource group. Correct.
maybe subscription.
Correct. You need a Azure tenant, and there you have subscription resource group, right? Correct. Hmm. All right.
That's it.
Okay. You need a role, right? RBAC role, correct? To deploy any resource. Okay. You need a contributor access, correct? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Do you know about RBAC roles and Azure permissions, right? We discussed. RBAC is nothing but a role-based access control, correct? So for that, you require at least a contributor role to deploy that, and or if you are a owner, then you can deploy anything. That's another thing, and it should be on the subscription level only. So that is the prerequisites. That is what you need. But yes, just additionally for your knowledge, you also need resource providers as well, right? Like operational insights and security insights, correct? But that is now not relevant because it is already provided to you by default. So but for if any chance you get any error, check for that also, okay? Then we deployed Azure Sentinel. We discussed about the architecture, how logs gets ingested into Azure Sentinel. Basically, it comes to from the data source. It comes to the a log analytic workspace first, and from log analytic workspace, Azure Sentinel takes the data, and from there you can either query it, create incidents upon it, right? That you can do. So that is how Azure Sentinel architecture is all about. We also discussed about different types of log. So if we take like two criteria, first of all, it is like analytical log and basic logs. So we also discussed about different inside that the level of logs, like let's say security logs, okay, application logs, etc. So can you tell me what is event viewer? I mean, where can you find event viewer? Do you remember event viewer?
Yes.
Right. So event viewer is something where you can directly search here, event viewer, and okay, event viewer, and you can get this. For I'll just show you again so that you remember. In event viewer, you have all kinds of logs here. You can do it. This is important when we will do integration. Okay. Uh, this is about types of log, data sources, different types of data sources. You understood about what are native data sources, what are out of box data sources, and what can be third party data sources, right? um, how we approach, we go for the native one first, and then we go for the out of box, and then for the third party. It can happen anyway, but yeah, that is how you should follow, because native are very easy to deploy. Like we have deployed Microsoft Enter ID. Sorry, we haven't. I think we have just taken the logs. Okay, no problem. We'll do that. So also we talked about log ID workspace. How what is a log ID workspace? How can you manage that? About regions. What is data retention, data archival, data cap? How cost management is done. So all this we also learned about. One of the analytical rule, we have several analytical rule. We have learned about Microsoft security, analytical rules, incident creation rule, basically. So we also deployed, some of the um, available inbuilt Microsoft security rules, right? We configured that. Till now, you have any questions? You have any want to discuss on any topic, or shall we move ahead? No.
No, Sujit.
Okay. 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 Wait. I'll just. So today we will. Last time we learned how to create a, Microsoft security rule. Okay. We also we also created a basic analytical query, right? Do you remember? We have created a basic analytical query, how we can trigger any incident. On that, we also generated an incident. We also talked about what is the problem you face in practical world, in project, when we when we enable this kind of rule, Microsoft security rule. What happens is that you get so many kinds of incident, right? So which will create a noise, right? So we need to take put that in mind also. Today we will talk about scheduled query rule. Okay. So uh, till now what you have learned was everything inbuilt, you could not create anything. We although created this one through security scheduled query rule, right? We created one. Now we will go into the depth of scheduled query. I will take that specific rule only. Let's take that specific rule. Okay, like we can just go and edit that. Okay, so we gave the name. We mapped the severity into medium, like high, medium, low information. I have told you about this already. We know we should always map it with a MITRE attack. Okay, and then on the set rule logic, you just write the logic here, or you can just copy paste the logic here. Now we need to understand also what all things we can do with this. Okay, so okay, see, one interesting thing you can see, you get here, see, there are open incidents like 291 incidents we have got. How come it's possible? Because it is already there. You can see here in the incident option. I'll show you. You might have got many incidents like in last 7 days, because you have created. Have you guys got any chance to get into this analytical rule?
Check this rule.
Hmm. Okay.
Just go through the settings which we
Okay.
had in the class.
Okay. Okay. Great. So okay. Have you started the recording? Okay. Thanks. So your credit is still, not utilized. Don't worry. Okay, you will not get any bill. You can use 16,000. You know already. Yeah. You're able to see my screen, right? What I'm doing right now.
Yes,
No, I
yes, we
think
can see your screen.
no, I think opened another tab. I need to share the whole entire screen, I guess. Hmm. Okay. So this is the incident tab. But you see there is no incident because you have set to 24 hours only. So I'll set it to 7 days. In 7 days, you can see how many incidents have come up. 291 incidents. Okay, so actually there needs to be some fine tuning that should have been done. So we'll not go into that. Okay, but you see there are already 291 new incident. What you observed here. Okay, how? So because it will take all the details and you can directly go here. While fine tuning, you can have a insight here. Okay, like how many incidents have opened and how many alerts per incident. Okay, there is, for every incident there is only one alert associated with it. Okay, now here, suppose in every incident, when you click here, you should get all the details over here only. Okay, like while you view full detail, okay, you should get all the details over here, so that the analyst, okay, the L1 analyst who is working here should not do repeated hectic task. Okay, should not every time go into this events, okay, and search for all the things he needs, do the whole lot of things a L1 analyst does. Okay, to minimize her or his burden, what you can do is you can do some of the settings, or you can do some tweaks here in the Sentinel. Okay, let's say, suppose this is an incident. Okay, we have clicked on one of the incident here, and I want to see the whole detail. Okay, now I want to see what are the entities related to um, this specific incident. Can you tell me what do entities, what does entities means? Do you have any idea? Prince, Mansi, anyone?
Actually,
Yeah.
I was about to ask this question because
Okay.
lastly we just like read about
Mhm.
UABA in user and entity behavior analysis, right?
Okay.
So
Yes.
that time I want to ask, but I didn't.
Okay, no problem. Will come, everything will come, no problem. Okay. So entities is basically nothing but any what you can say, any particular asset or any particular entity can be like IPs, okay, any username, any file hash, okay, any URL, all these are entity, okay, related to this specific incident. You got me? Suppose let's say for okay, for this incident, if I'll click on this event or alert, you will get directly the event detail. Okay, what is this? An incident rule is created or modified. Suppose if I go to the click on, want to go into depth and I want to check into the events, okay, that um, what is there in this event. I want to check who did this, okay, what actually happened. So I got this operation name, it came so right, I mean something is has updated or modified. Security rule endpoint, okay. So I'll click on this extended properties. What I see here, see Ramesh, uh, Ramesh has done something. So Ramesh, you had done something, right?
Yes, Sujit.
Yeah, see. So so that's why we have got this detail. So this can be this can be probably a entity. This is a entity for this incident, okay. What other we are getting, this can be the URL, like the whole URL where he did all the things, okay. I don't want this right now. Let's take this one, okay. Don't worry what I'm doing right now, okay. Just okay, anyways, I'll tell you. Hmm. So if you click here, view query result, this thing, whatever you do in log section, right? I had need to another tab to be better. So what I want to achieve is that I want this caller name, okay, directly here, in my entity section here, okay, here, here basically, okay, so that I do not have to go there inside and do all the stuff like go and find out for every same kind of incident. I do not want to go and check the caller name every time, right? What I have to do is I just want to do some kind of setting that will bring everything here only, okay. So how can I do that, how can I achieve that? I'll just show you, okay. This is one of the important thing. You can also term it as fine tuning. I would say this is something necessary that uh, you should do. But yeah, for out of box, right, all that inbuilt one, all that already are created for them, it will be already present by default. Configuration would have been already done. So those who have I mean for these incident that do not have this configuration already made, I'll just show you how we can do it, okay. So I wanted this caller name to be popped there. I will just check the KQL logic here. I will run it, okay. So what do you remember this, what we did on the operation name, search for 7 days. On the operation name, okay, what I did is I filtered like where operation has only this right one. I want this specific operation to get filtered out on the basis of. I could have done on where's this Microsoft security rule only, but I did on right on option, okay. And where status is equal to success, I filter that. Now I want to also show that the caller IP should be there, okay. What should I do? I need to go there. Okay. See here, when you see there is already inside this, like if you see here, if you open a log, normally all the columns here, okay, are listed. Okay, these all are listed, but extended properties you will get only one column. Inside that you will have different data, right? Okay, wait. See, extended properties. You do not have individual data like caller IP and several things are there, right? You click here, you will see here. This is in JSON format. I want to bring that caller IP into another uh, column here. Okay, for that either you can write another line here, like you can put extend, but there is a easy way if it is already present here. Okay, what will I do? I'll open that. I'll go there. I'll click. I'll right click. Okay, I'll right click, and then I'll click here extend column. Okay. Now when I put extend column, that specific column, if it is available in all that kind of logs, it will show here. I'll run this. You will see a color name, right? See here, specific column name. Um, a column got created here, right? You got only the color names now. So this is how you can do write or edit a KQL. Did you understand this? This is simple, right? You
Yes.
guys can keep yourself unmute so that we can have a conversation. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
right. Now I can see this thing as a column here. So once I've achieved it, I'll go there. Okay, I'll go there in the analytical rule. I'll paste it here. Okay, I will see it is working already. It evaluate itself. Now I will I will just map it. Here you see there is an entity mapping thing. Okay, where you can map this thing. Correct. And to do entity mapping, it should be extended or another separated column should be there. Okay, what I want to do, I want to change it as account name. It will be better for us, right? So I will write here account name directly. I can show you here only. This can be changed, right? Extend caller name, whatever name you can put here, it will come. You do not have to change after equal to, you can change before equal to. So that account name. Okay, I'll run it again. You will see the column name have been changed now. Guys, give me just 1 second. Okay, no problem. Okay, see here, you see the name is changed. I'll go there. In this entity mapping option, I'll click here. I'll add new entity. It would be like account. Okay. Let's say mm, okay. It is a kind of a whole ID. So I will put UPN. It is there. Or let's say put full name. Okay, no problem. And here I will put, should come here. It is coming as caller name because we need to reload it. Okay, we haven't changed this one. You may or may not change this one. I'm doing it for on purpose only. Okay, I will just put it here. You can see, right, caller name is already there, right? Since we have extended here, I just want to change the name to account name. That's upon you. Full name here will have account name. Okay, now this is done. Okay, um, other details I'll okay, we'll go for everything, then we will save it so that you can create, and we'll get this thing in the incident section. Okay, so what we will do is okay, now this entity mapping is done. Okay, you will get this result in here itself once we save it. Now some additional thing, let's say uh, for every different account name you want a different incident. Okay, let's say if it is Sujit@Karan Singh. For that, you will have a separate incident. That name itself will be displayed in the incident. Then you can go ahead and do alert details. Okay, you can put this is additional. You do not have to do anything. Just for your sake, I'm just let's say. mm, let's say alert from only. I'll take this alert from. Okay, if you put two curly brackets, you'll get all this thing. What on what basis? You will write on basis of account name only. I will put. Okay, then you can select that, and it will directly display that account name. Okay, first you have to write anything what you want, like alert name, or you can write anything, and then you can put this thing here. Okay, I'll not do for now. I'll not complicate it. Okay, later on the stage we will do. I don't want to complicate it right now. I just want to teach you how can you do this first basic things. Okay, this is about it. Alert name for different entities, like say for Sujit or for Ramesh, on basis of account name. If I want to display different type of incident, you can do this thing. Okay, next is query scheduling. I think we had a conversation. Okay, I'll just tell it. So query scheduling is nothing but you have if you means you need to determine how often this analytical rule needs to be run, right? So what I've said here already, I've said for on every 5 minutes this analytical rule will run, correct? Every 5 minutes, and how much data? 1 day data it will take. Okay, it will run for 5 minutes, but it will look for 1 day data, 24 hours data, and whatever data has been ingested on that 1 day, it will run this rule. Okay, so that's why you see 279 incident have generated, because every 5 minutes running, and that same 1 day data it is taking and running, right? To minimize that, what we should do, we should only take five, at least 5 minutes of data, so that it will minimize. So you should look into this. Okay, I on purpose I created 1 day, so that you understand why incident, how noise is nothing but many incidents are getting created, and that is not useful, correct? So I can set it for 5 minutes, so that it will look for 5 minutes of data, and it will run every 5 minutes. Okay, so the frequency will be the same, and data will look into only that 5 minutes of data, not 1 day data. Is it confusing or is it understandable?
Didn't get this.
Okay.
Yeah,
No problem, no
it's
problem.
confusion.
सी प्रिंस, सो आप अभी यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हो? आप हम लोग ये क्या करता है कि this when we set it like 5 minutes, or let's say 1 day. Okay, अब let's say 1 day I'm taking. Okay, 1 day of daytime if I'm taking means, sorry, 1 day run query every 1 day means हर एक 20 हर एक दिन में, मतलब every 24 hours, मतलब if I'll start from 9 p.m. today, next day 9 p.m. only this rule will trigger. मतलब ये रूल हर एक 24 घंटे में रन होगा, करेक्ट? रन
Okay.
होगा मतलब दिस क्वेरी जैसे हम
Analysis करेगा
लॉग्स में
मतलब.
रन करते हैं ना, हाँ, एनालिसिस करेगा,
Okay.
राइट?
So.
जब ये एनालिसिस करेगा, अगर कुछ उसको ये कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई हुआ, तो
Uh-huh.
इंसिडेंट एक क्रिएट हुआ, करेक्ट?
Okay. Yes. Uh-huh.
करेक्ट, ये
Yes.
अगर रूल सेटिस्फाई हुआ तो इंसिडेंट क्रिएट होगा, राइट? इतना तो
Uh-huh.
आपको क्लियर है,
Yeah. Clear.
करेक्ट? ये कितने टाइम में होगा? हर एक 24 घंटे
घंटे
में
में
होगा,
एक बार. Yes.
राइट?
Uh-huh.
बट 24 घंटे में हम डेटा कितना लेना चाहते हैं, कितने दिनों का हम डेटा देखना चाहते हैं।
Okay.
24 घंटे में अगर हम 24 घंटे का डेटा देखना चाहते हैं
Mhm.
तो हम इसको क्या करेंगे, हम लोग इसको भी वन डे कर देंगे। ओके,
Okay.
अगर 24 घंटे में हम एक दिन का नहीं 14 दिन का देखना चाहते हैं डेटा, then we can put it 14 days. But what will happen here? If I take 14 days, what will happen here? That
Query.
means,
I think
that means,
query will like take a more time to run. Like
no, no,
yeah.
that's not the thing. वो
Mhm.
तो होगा, ज्यादा डेटा चर्न करेगा, ज्यादा
Mhm.
डेटा वो लेगा, राइट? But what will happen for today, 9 p.m. after 24 hours, like tomorrow 9 p.m. it will run, okay, and it will take 14 days data. 14 दिन पहले का डेटा लेगा, मतलब द सेम डेटा इट विल टेक नेक्स्ट आफ्टर डे आफ्टर टुमारो, परसों क्या करेगा जब 9 p.m. को ये रन होगा, दैट अगेन सेम 14 डेज डेटा इट विल टेक, करेक्ट? दैट मीन्स द सेम लॉग्स अगेन इट विल चेक, करेक्ट?
Yes, means last 13 days he will check.
Yes, last 13 days,
Recent
that means you will check,
24 will be newest.
correct? One day will move ahead, na? So it's like 13 days, that means the same data only one day it will leave and rest all the data are same, correct? That means the same kind of incident will come. Okay, I'll just because I'm taking more amount of data, you are getting confused. If I'll put like
No, 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 no. It's
one
understandable.
day,
Like it's understandable.
uh,
Let's say like if we analyze the last 14 days and
hmm,
but again and again like we have only recent data of past 24 hours, and for
hmm,
13 days we have a like old data. So
yes,
if earlier, if yesterday he created 10 incident
hmm,
after analysis of those data, and today if again he will run and but in last 24 hours there is no incident, so again that 10 incident will generate today as well, right?
correct, correct, right? That is the thing only, because it is taking the same old data. We don't want the same old data to run every time, right? I just want how much data I want to look. I need to determine. So if I'm running it for 1 hour, I will take for 1 hour only. I don't want to check the old data, because old data we have already checked,
Yeah.
right? Correct. अभी समझ में आया आपको प्रिंस? Mansi and Ramesh,
Yes, I got it.
you got it, Ramesh, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Mansi, what about you? Are you there? Okay. I guess he has some issue. So this is you understood, correct? Now next thing will go. So start running automatically or at specific time. So when we will save it, okay, it will start running automatically at the time we have set, or we want to start only the first time it will run. If you want to run like, no, we want to run it from like 12 a.m. today. Okay, I don't want to start from 9 p.m. today. Every 12 hour, every from 12 p.m. it should start, or 12 a.m. it should start. Then I can fix this. I can give this input here. Okay, otherwise I will just put automatically. Okay, so this is about when it will start running, from what time. Okay, even though if I'll save now also, this is simple. Next is also important thing. So alert threshold. So I want that, suppose this is a very repetitive thing, right? Very repetitive thing. Anyone can create any analytical rule. I feel like that this analytical rule creation modification in, suppose our environment, everyone go every day, everyone creates one, two, three, four, analytical rule. So I don't want to like create an incident for every incident, or every kind of alert. Okay, what I will do, suppose I want to do something like, if similar kind of incidents or alerts, okay, it if 3 time happens, then only it will show one incident. Suppose Ramesh created one, and Prince, you created two in two analytical rule. That means how many incidents would come? Three, right?
Yes. Like like every person, like me and Ramesh, creating a
Hmm.
similar kind of analytic role, you mean?
Yeah, any analytical rule
Okay.
means on this
But
kind of logic,
okay,
from
okay,
this logic.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
that means there will be three alerts, right?
Yes, yes.
Similar alerts, right? So
But
I don't
but
want
but
that. Hmm.
but that rule sure like will be created mistakenly, right? Because with same logic, we should not have two analytic rule, right? Or we should
No,
have.
how? See, we can have, right? We can have, correct? It is one incident. It is one analytical rule only, correct?
Yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah.
And what was that logic? If anyone is trying to modify or create analytical rule,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
means this operation name, from
Yeah.
this operation name we'll get to know that if anyone creates or modify anything,
Mm.
this operation will come, right? This way, this is the name of that operation.
Yes, yes,
So an alert will be triggered,
yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Whether it is Ramesh,
Mm.
Sujit, Prince,
Mm.
Mansi, anyone,
Mm.
correct?
Mm. Mm.
So for every time it will create one incident,
Yeah.
correct?
Mm.
But I want, if Ramesh is creating, let's say, three incident, then only means any person, Sujit or Ramesh, for is creating more than three incident, then only it will trigger an one incident.
Okay,
What can I do?
you mean like Ramesh doing the alteration in the analytic rule for three
Hmm.
times, right?
3 times. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Once he did and saved. Another time he did and saved.
Mm.
Third time also he did and saved. 3 times he did.
Mm. Yeah.
And
Okay,
then only I want to create a incident, right? Then what
okay.
will happen? Then how can we do that? We can do it here. If alert is greater than, let's say it is already 0, right? I'll write 1 or 2 or 23, anything. I can set it here. Okay. Let's say if it's creating more than 1, then only it will create a alert, right? That also we can configure from here. Okay.
Sujit,
This week.
so but I think we should have alert like it's my view. Could be silly,
Mm-hmm.
but like
No,
for
no.
every alteration, like we should have alert, right? Because we don't.
Correct.
Yeah,
Right.
you got my point. Because if
Correct.
like if we set a threshold 3 or 4,
Mm-hmm.
and we just skip his 3 or 4 alteration, and after
Mm-hmm.
fifth alteration we are just having an incident, and we don't know what he did in the past, like because we don't have an incident. Like we need to dig down the
Mm-hmm.
things, but we will have the information. But in one shot we don't have, right?
Right, right. I understood what you're trying to say. You are saying that for every alteration he is doing, we should create an incident. That is important. But suppose we know that this guy is responsible for creating analytical rule. Okay, in a team, suppose in a SOC team. Okay,
Okay.
security operation team.
Mm.
There are different peoples, more people, many peoples are there. 10, let's say 10 people team are there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
only Ramesh is responsible for creating any kind of analytical rule. We know that. Even on daily basis, he gets a target, like he gets at least a minimum of three analytical routes to create, or he normally does any kind of modification also. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
In that case only, what we will do, we will we can put this. There are different scenarios. This is one of the scenario. Okay, we know that this is a our internal team, and this guy is responsible. If Suppose if something is happening in 1 minute or in 5 minutes we have put, right? Let's say in 5 minutes we have, it will not take, hmm, five. Hmm. In 5 minutes we have put this trigger, this logic app, sorry, this analytical rule. Okay, in 5 minutes he cannot create 10, right? He can only create one or two, max to max. He cannot create in 5 minutes more than 5, or let's say 10, right? It's not possible
Yeah,
for him.
yeah, yeah,
Then that is something suspicious.
yeah, yeah,
Correct.
right.
So in that way we can do things. Okay, so there are different scenarios. So why it is important to know all this? You don't know what kind of scenario will face. Okay, so these are all the features which can help you get that things done. Okay, so that is the thing, only you should understand all this. Later when you will face this kind of challenge, you can recall, okay, we can do this, like we can put a threshold for every greater than one alert, we will get a incident. We don't want this every time it's running. Okay, so suppose I will give another example. Let's say you are using VPN, right? Correct. When you are using a VPN, the location will change, isn't it, every time? Correct. Now we know, suppose we have created an analytical rule for, let's say, atypical sign in or unfamiliar sign in, where every 5 minutes, if any one is changing its location, then it will trigger an incident. Correct.
Yeah,
But we know that this guy, like Prince, he is always on VPN. He has some client work, which will generate this kind of incident, right? Isn't it? Because he's using VPN means every time the location may change, right? So in that either we can do many other things, like either we can whitelist it, we can put a watch list, but we can also do from here also. Okay, this is one of the option, and we'll discuss about that, how to create watch list, how to whitelist, specific IDs or IPs, anything. We'll discuss about that. Okay, you understood this much, Prince Ramesh? Ramesh, you're understanding?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, whenever you feel like I'm not even understanding one point, just come on. Okay, we are here just discussing things. Okay, I'm
mm,
sharing my knowledge. Okay,
yeah,
so you can come up, or you think you know something more, you can also come and put in your insights, please. Okay, I will be very happy for that, because I am also learning. So yeah, so this can do this thing. Okay, you can put a threshold. Correct. Now event grouping, we can group all the alerts into a single alert. Like I gave you the example, let's say only Ramesh is doing all that thing, and I want similar kind of alert should be grouped into one single alert. Or for every for every alert there should be, for each event there should be a different alert. Then all we can choose this trigger and alert for each event. But it is recommended that you always keep this by default, it comes here only, but and it is recommended also to group all the events into single events. On the basis of what? On the basis of, like, we can put any entity, right? Are you understanding? Group all the event, let's say on the basis of account name. Hmm. 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 Correct. Correct. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, correct. See, here how you can determine that is when you come to here incident settings. Okay, so see here you see alert grouping, right? you can just enable that. Okay. And you can group on the basis of like grouping alerts into single incident if the entities match. Entity one we have done here, account name, that is account name, that is Ramesh or Sujit, anyone, right? Then if it will see
Yeah. Yes.
Sentinel is intelligent to identify that the similar kind of entities. If entities match, it will group into a single incident. Okay, you can do on the basis of that, or on basis of rule. Okay, or on group these alerts on the selected type of entities only. You want like selected entities only. Okay, and let's like this. So there are different options available. It is recommended that you choose this one into single entities only. There can be different scenarios again where you
Mm.
want to match only specific entities. You do not want to group all the entities. Only specific entities you can do that. All the if the rules are triggering into a same name, okay, then you can group into a single incident. That also you can do. Okay, so I'll say, so there were, suppose I'll give an example, okay? Another example, like MFA failure. I'm just trying to correlate with you, Prince, because you're more familiar with that, right? So
Mm.
let's say there is an MFA failure, okay? MFA failure, or yeah, let's say MFA failure. Whenever someone is new, okay, he resets its password, okay, or sometimes happen is from different location is working, so MFA trigger may happen, obviously, isn't it? That same kind of yeah,
Multiple MFA
for that
triggers.
same person.
Yes, yes, it's happened.
Correct.
Yeah.
It happens, right? You might be getting already alerts if you are checking for that.
Yes, yes.
In that case, you know that this is a repeated thing. I just want to get everything in one place only, one incident, means related to only that particular user entity basically here, right? Then you can choose this one. Okay, so these are some of the techniques that you can use to reduce the noise or unwanted incidents, so that hmm, correct. Only it will, you can select the time frame only. Okay, you can select the time frame if you want. How much? Hmm, 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 hmm. So let's say he's doing. Ramesh is creating one incident now. Okay, and I have set it for 5 minutes only. Okay, and it is running. Let's say after 1 hour, this incident we have set it here like 1 hour. Let's say. Okay, so after 1 hour, uh, it will not show, it will not group, because it happened last hour. Like it will,
Mhm.
suppose if you are starting now and we have set it to 1 hour,
Mm.
then this incident will run at 10:23, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
10:23, but
Mm.
it will take only 5 minutes before 10:23, means from
Okay.
10:23 to
Uh,
before that,
means
like 10:18.
9 13 to 10 23 9 20 no, 10 12 to 10.
10:18 to
Oh, sorry, 10 18 to. Yes,
na-
yes.
10:23 it will take. But Ramesh had done it at 9:23. So how will it will group? It will not group, right? So
Yes,
this is
yes.
how you can create. So this is
Okay.
some, means you will, when you do this, means when you will slowly do this, you'll understand. Just keep this in mind that these are things can be done, so
Okay.
that when someone asks how can you do suppression, how can you do fine tuning, you
Hmm.
can tell that we can do many kind of fine tuning. One of the ways like grouping all the similar kind of incidents or alerts
Mhm.
into one. We can do it on the basis of entities, similar entities, or on the basis of rule, or on the basis of, you can choose also selected entities also, right?
And Sujit, are we
Hmm.
use this kind of setting for those like alerts, like which
Hmm.
we cannot like suppress from the source?
Suppress from the source, or you are telling inbuilt,
Inbuilt, yeah, you say, yeah, yeah.
the like Microsoft security rule, right?
Yes, yes.
You cannot do all these things
Okay,
there.
okay, okay.
Okay, you can do only very few thing in the sense only, means very like here it is, if it is 100%, there you can do 5% thing. Okay, so I'll show that, but this is more important. That normally what will happen, I will show you that also, not a problem. But this is the in scheduled query rule only you will get all this kind of thing. Okay, so this is, you understood. Hmm, no problem. Okay, so best practice would be like if you're setting it for 5 minutes, okay, then you should put it for 5 minutes only. Okay, that is the recommended thing only. You do not,
Oh,
you should not alter
mm,
this timings.
mm,
Otherwise, means basically, if there could be different ask from client.
mhm.
According to that, you can change. But if you are asked to create this, you should keep this timing same as this
Similar.
timing,
Okay, okay.
similar time. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is one of the important thing. Next is automated response. Okay, what is automated response? You can add an this automation rule here. We'll talk about what is automation rule. Automation rule is nothing but you can create a flow, or you can create a automation. Suppose if this rule is triggering, right, if this rule is created, or if this rule triggers and creates an incident, you want this to be directly closed, let's say. Okay, you don't want into any investigation, you know that this is a false positive. Okay, and you want to suppress that, you want to close it directly, then you will create the automation rule to close it. Okay, to close all the incident related to this rule, and you will add it here. Okay, if you have already created, we have not created any another automation rule, so the automation rules are not coming up here. Okay, once you create it, you can just select this and add this. Okay, otherwise then you can directly create from here. So I don't want to this to happen. I means I'm not going to create
Mhm.
now, because
Yeah.
you will get confused now.
Mhm, mhm.
So I'm not going to do this. Okay, just remember, you can add a automation rule if you have created here, or you can create one other. Okay, so I will not enable this now. I want it to save now, so that we will show the entity mapping. Okay, I'll just save it. mm, not empty it. You guys have logged in, someone has anyone logged in or not? Okay, we got a, it failed. mm, Alert display. We put anything here? No. Should get saved. Hmm. Alert display name. Display. there might not be any problem, but Azure is doing. We'll see this how we can solve this. All the things are done correctly. Everything is validating, but still we are getting some error. They have not put anything. Have we created anything? Okay. I'll do one thing. I'll directly take this and I will create a new one. Okay. There's something's happening directly here. I will disable this. Sometimes this problem happens. Means this is nothing. There is
Actually,
no error. Actually, error we're seeing. Yeah,
mm,
tell.
in Azure, actually, this is a problem actually.
Yeah. Critical rule is created. If we get any kind of problem, right, we will be able to see it here. Okay. Directly here we can see there is a error here. But in this case, there
Yeah.
is no error. But
Mm.
still, it is something. But so this is something like Azure thing only. Not a problem. We'll create one again very quickly. Okay, it is validating. Validated. Take entity account. I think Ramesh has is aware of all these things, so he's keeping quiet. He actually has got all the training
Yeah.
regarding all these things.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, actually he has taken training. So I'll just quickly create.
Okay.
See, it got saved. Same thing only. I did nothing,
Yeah,
but that got saved. It is actually some problem with
Azure.
this one Azure only. Okay, now it is enabled. I've
It's
disabled the
Az
other one. Okay.
Azure test
Uh,
our patience.
yes. Okay. I will create Microsoft rule. Mm, this time I'll create for let's say cloud. Microsoft rule for MDC. Okay. So here you see you asked right in like Microsoft security rules. Since these are inbuilt, what you can do, what can we do all this alert grouping and all here or not, right? So you can do very minimal thing like you can filter by severity. You want only this uh, informational or only high severity incidents only coming here, then you can select that. Okay, this is one of the thing you can do. So or you can include only certain alerts that contains this specific alert name. Okay, like I want like there are email reported as phishing, right? You want only that kind of alerts to be included, then you can add here that name. Or you want excluding, or you don't want that alert phishing email reported as phishing, except that everything else you want to include, you can put it here. Okay, only these three things you can do. Apart from this you can't do anything. Okay, so yeah, but this correct. So here again also you can do automation rule. So we just discuss about that. I will just keep save. Okay. So now we have to wait for 5 minutes. Okay, we have to wait,
So,
or we
like
can.
on the source configuration page, we don't have
Hmm.
much visibility to filter out the things. That's why, like, we have option here to group the incidents so that we can
Yes,
just make our environment less noisy.
correct,
Mm,
correct.
mm,
So basically, like we discussed from XDR, okay, you
mhm.
get all this alerts, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So from XDR, everything is now integrated with XDR, correct? Whether it is Defender for Cloud,
Yeah.
Endpoint, Office 365, Microsoft, Purview,
Yeah.
everything is integrated there.
Yes.
Now from there, every alert will be now streaming here related to Office 365 endpoint or anything. If whatever we are integrating and whatever we are creating rule for that,
Yeah,
it will.
but
Hmm.
lastly, as you said, those things we can investigate there as there only because
Yes,
there we have a much more visibility of that alert.
correct,
Here we have
correct.
minimal informations.
You're
Just
right.
we are just having this for compliances or for that
Correct.
purpose. Yes.
Right. So that already, you have all the. Actually, there is a separate team for XDR, investigation and detection. Okay. Normally,
Mm.
people
Mm.
have a different team for that. Again, you are doing the same thing. If here, then there is no value, right? So, so that's
Yes.
the thing only.
Yeah, because but we cannot deep down that incident because of less visibility on Sentinel for those, right?
Hmm. Correct. We will not get all the event details.
Yes,
We
yes,
have to go to XDR only to get all the event details.
yes, yes. Because like in XDR, it created something like a attack story. Like if you can play like how the things happened, so it will show you layer
Hmm.
by layer how it started and how it goes to end.
Correct. So there you have all the mapping. There is also, different other things you have, like you have automated response also. So that is better there, like in endpoints and Office 365, right?
Yes, yes, yeah.
So yeah, it gives a bigger picture. So I'm just waiting. Like if you have logged in, you can go there into the incident, and you can show us if you are having any incident or not, or you can simply create a NRT rule for the same. If
Mm.
can we move it for next 5 more minutes if it is okay,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, Ajit.
I'll just take more 5 minutes of you so that we'll get the incident. Have you logged in? Anyone? Ramesh or Prince? No. Okay,
I'm doing it.
you're doing it. Okay. I think we have um, one incident now, but we can't see any entity. Okay, so there is something we need to change again. Hmm, okay, we'll do some. I'm sharing my screen, right? You can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes, we can see.
Huh. So maybe because we changed the name little bit, okay, from caller whatever that is to account name. That's why there could be some uh, difficulty that's are not getting it into entities. I'll just change again that one. So if it is a normal thing, right, like account host IP, it will directly give. If it is a different name like caller name, then there is some issue always. So I'll just little bit do some tweaks. If we have URL URI, it is Hmm. Let's see.
I think we got the entities.
Are you able to see it?
Yeah.
Can you show me? Can you share a screen?
One second. Okay. So again, this is again your thing. I can't help here. so so for me, maybe it takes time, some time, but yeah, I think it is showing. So you can see right in the entities itself directly we are getting the caller name or account name as we have mentioned it as account, right? So now L1, the analyst will not go and check all the events for it, correct? What it will do, you can he can she can just go to this entities details directly, and he can get the entity details. Similarly you can do for IP address, similarly you can do for um, any file hash, URL, anything. Okay, so I think today we have completed this scheduled query rule. Any doubt? No, Sujit.
I think Ramesh, you have already covered all this in your earlier course, right? Or have
Yeah.
you got any additional things also to learn? No?
Mostly these are the things they
Okay.
taught me. So,
Okay. Prince, what about you, Prince Mansi?
For me, no.
Understood, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, yes.
So, similarly, NRT we have. NRT is nothing but near real time. There is only one thing only that you will get. You will not be able to, you can difference is that in scheduled query rule you cannot put less than 5 minutes, okay, in that query runtime, the frequency, okay, if you want. Hmm, cor- correct. So for yeah, right, for less than 5 minutes if you want, you have to go to and create NRT rule, okay, that is near real time, that is different. That is the only difference. There is nothing extra to it. You can go and create of your own. You can create any. Try your hands. Okay, whether it is be anything. You go and create an active rule that will create like every 5 minutes or less than that. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, before going to KQL, UBA we just enable UEBA. Okay, and because it takes at least 14 days to evaluate, uh, analyze in the background all the details, okay, all the data. So we'll go and enable UABA. For that we'll need your help, Prince, because we'll uh, enable one more data connector, sorry, the first data connector, that is enter id tomorrow. Okay. Okay, if
We can extend the thing, right? So
in the
let me share.
log section you can extend that thing means.
Let me share my screen. So if
Okay.
you want to add it in the KQL, so you,
Hmm. Go ahead.
can you see my screen?
Not yet. Yeah, yeah, I can see your screen now. Yeah.
So what is the so if I want to
Hmm.
do the same thing for the caller IP address,
Hmm.
so what is include and what is the extend column? Like what is the
Uh,
difference?
if you want to include that specific caller IP address, let's say go for caller name. Okay, let's in caller name. What is the name there? My name, right? If
Yeah.
I want to include only, if I want to fetch only caller name equal to Sujit at the rate current sync, I will choose include. Okay,
Okay.
it will not display any, it will filter only on the basis of my name.
Okay.
If I want to exclude Sujit and out from Sujit, if there is Ramesh, Prince or Mansi, only that logs I want to check. In that case, I will choose exclude. If I want to show another column known as, so let's say, caller IP address, then I will go and select extend. So to show it in your entity mapping, you need to extend. Okay, that means you need to create another column for that caller IP address.
So if I extend it, there will be another column right here for
Yes,
the caller IP address.
yes. Extend is used to create another column.
Okay.
Okay, or you can simply, let's say, for your example, you can like write another in the next line. You just write extend.
So should I type it?
Yeah, put a pipe extend.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Let's say value is equal to 1.
Is equal to or just is equal?
No, is equal to 1. Only 1. Yeah. Now you run it. So I want to print I want to add a column where name as value, column name as value, and that data inside that column will be only 111. See,
Okay.
you can do that. We'll read about this about in KQL. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Doubt.
No problem.
Okay. Okay. Good night then, Prince, and good
Okay.
morning again, Ramesh.
Good
Okay.
night. Sir.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye everyone.